Yo, what up, Street Talks? Here came right the thought. This one is about mental health. So we talk a lot about mental health. My thought is this: mental health is physiological health. So what is physiology? Physiology is anything from your toes to the top of your head is physiology, and anything that has to do with, you know, your body's health, your biological health, is kind of the goal. So what that means is, if your body's healthy, your mind is also going to be healthy. Now, there's this kind of strange bias that we got. We think that somehow the body is separate from the mind and the mind is separate from the body. And it's kind of this Christian, Judeo-Egyptian notion where we think that we can separate the two. Now, this leads to a very dangerous line of thought where, you know, we think you could just kind of mentally will health and bad thoughts away. But actually, the more logical starting point is starting with the body and extrapolating to the mind. So for example, if you're sleeping poorly, sleeping less than your 8 hours a night, certainly as a consequence, your mental health is going to suffer. Or if you're indoors all day, you don't get fresh sunlight, you don't get the vitamin D's, you don't see trees, you're not exposed to the elements, certainly your mental health is also going to suffer. So for me, whenever my mental health isn't doing so good, it's actually a reflection of my body. There's something wrong happening with my body. And so then it seems that the logical thing is to address my body's physical and physiological health, which often means just walk around more in nature, smell the trees, walk more, exercise more, run around more, go to the park, stuff like that, take cold showers, you know, get my tan on, whatever it may be. So I think that seems to be the most logical thing we could do, is prioritize our body's health, and even just walking around a lot. To me, walking, you know, I'm all about the minimal issues, so the more we're connected to the environment and our, you know, kind of nature, kind of the better it is for our physiology, our mind, and stuff like that. So let us kind of dispel this notion of that the body and the mind can somehow be separate. Also, let us dispel false notions that, you know, somehow the mind is immortal. I think once your body dies, your mind also dies. And so if we think that mental health is derived from physiological health, then perhaps we realize that health and the body is king.